back to the Good Morning Artesia radio show. I'm Gene. Linda's here from Artesia Clean and Wonderful.
We're going to end up changing our name just because of you.
No. Hey, I have to ask you. Last weekend was the first of 4 cleanups. H.F. Sinclair helped out. You had the Boy Scouts.
Yes.
People were calling you to come pick up stuff. And
right.
Last weekend was the first Saturday. How did that go?
Really well. You know, by Thursday afternoon, I was kind of like, well, you know, we got, I think, about 8 or 9. And I thought, you know, that's kind of not so good. Well, they must have read the paper or heard it on the radio, or, you know, because I had an article or something. So they woke up, and I had quite a few call Friday or text, which was great. So they had more than enough that they didn't get done, because then the wind got up, and you know, and they had to put a halt to it because they were losing stuff. But yeah, if you have stuff that you need to get rid of and you have absolutely no way of hauling it, give me a call. This is what this program is for. You know, because if you drive around town without your blinders on, you know, you can see the furniture in the front yard and the appliances by the side of the house, and, you know, all this stuff that needs to go. Yeah. Because you know they're not going to put it back in. Nobody's going to want it. It's not going to get sold. It's just becoming the roach and rat and varmint hotel. Call. You know, this is a free service. They will come get it. I cannot tell you what time it will be on the day. All I know is they start 7:38 in the morning, and they work the best they can. And if they can't get everybody in that day, or the wind, you know, stops them, right? They will move you to the next day. We have May 28th, June 4th, and June 11th. So you have 3 more chances, and, you know, they're not going to charge you. But when you call me, just tell me the truth. You know, I've got 3 or 4 limbs, which constitutes 3 or 4 trees that I cut down. Yeah. No, well, then say I cut down 3 trees, and there's a heck of a lot of limbs. Yeah. Because you know, they don't know whether to bring a pickup or a big giant trailer. Big trailer, yeah. Yes. And what they should do is maybe even text you a picture. You know, take a picture of the pile. Yeah. And say this is it. This is it, and that would help in the planning. You know, sometimes I did go by and see a couple because I just wanted to. And I don't think the scouts actually believed me. I said, it's a tiny little bitty shed. It was a tiny little bitty shed, you know, and they were thinking, yeah, tiny little bitty shed, right? Right, sure it is. Yeah. Well, it really was. But I don't have time to go by and see everybody's, collection. Right. So all you need to do is just, you know, instead of saying, I have a few pieces of lumber and it's, you know, a 8 by 8 foot pile, just tell me I have a huge pile of lumber. Yeah. That's all that's things necessary. That would be, sure, and there's some things that would be good to get hauled off. Tires. Yeah. There's no need to have tires, because tires, if we ever do get any moisture. Oh, they are great mosquito beds. Exactly. So you don't want, you know, the old tires. We've talked about it before, the old barbecue grills. Yes. You know, how many times have people gone out to all the big box stores and the lumber stores and everybody else, and they've got, you know, those shiny stainless steel things at the beginning of the year just entice everybody that's a backyard cook. You can look at that and you can just taste the steaks that you're going to start grilling on. Yeah, because, you know, when you go out to the transfer station, when the kids and I do in the summertime, there's tons of them in the metal pile. Yeah. Plus the fact that we usually end up picking up several out of the alleys. And some of them you can tell they really were on their last leg, you know. But, so you're not going to fix it. You're not going to restore it. No, you can't. When it's burnt out, it's burnt out. It's burnt out. You've bought your replacement. Don't let it just occupy space in the carport of the driveway. No. So that could be something you could put on the list. Old mattresses. How many? A bazillion. A bazillion of them out there. Truly. And I said to Linda, you know, I was coming back from Roswell yesterday afternoon, and we mentioned this, that mattress that's hanging on the barbed wire fence north of town, it's still there. Oh, good grief.
And I'm like, that's been like a month or two
Oh,
since
it's
we
been longer
mentioned
than
that.
that. Yes, yes.
But, some people throw those out. Now, I've been told that if you put the mattress out, somebody will come and take it, just because somebody else needs a mattress.
Sometimes that happens.
And sometimes it does, but a lot of times it doesn't.
Yeah.
And so if you've got those things laying around, that's a good thing to call.
Some of them you wouldn't want your dog sleeping on after you see those. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Much less touching it without a hazmat suit on.
That's right.
So
the patio furniture that's been destroyed by the wind.
Oh, yes.
You've already replaced it. You're not going to fix it. Have the scouts come and haul
the
it
manufacturer's got you under their thumb, because once the cushions and other things go, the frame may be great.
Yeah.
But you got to toss it, which is...
Yeah.
really bad for reuse, reduce, recycle.
Sure. And a lot of these companies, what they'll do is they'll make a run of chairs. Like, say they get an order from one of the big box stores, and so they'll make 50,000 of them or 100,000 of them. And then they'll make some spare parts for them. But after a couple of years, after that production run is done, you're not going to call up the manufacturer and say, hey, I need another set of screws, or I need another cushion. They're well, that manufacturing run's over with. We don't have anything.
Right.
And so if you're at that point,
it goes to the metal pile, honey.
It goes to the metal pile. That's right.
Yep.
So yeah, let's get the town cleaned up. That would be awesome.
Let's do something, because it really, really, really needs it. And the other thing is, please think about it. Bag your trash. How hard is that?
That sounds odd that you would need to say that.
I know we have to buy stuff to be able to throw things away.
Right.
Every time I buy a bag of big trash bags, I'm thinking, I am paying money to put stuff in this that I'm going to toss, so I'm throwing my money away. But it keeps everything so much cleaner and neater. I mean, I mowed my yard and put 33 bags of trash or grass and hauled them off.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but it's something that has to be done.
Yeah.
So bag your trash, because when the dumpster goes up and, the wind blows every day, there goes the trash. Because, that Kleenex and that napkin and that styrofoam fast food dish doesn't weigh anything, and there it blows.
Yeah.
They don't have a sealed area when they pick that dumpster up that keeps things from blowing. And polycarts are the worst.
Don't suggest it, because the environmentalists will demand it. We got to capture the cow farts, and we got to capture the
between
trash.
their lizards and their chickens and whatever else, they're
nuts.
Yes, they are. But polycarts are horrible too, because the wind can take them and blow them down the street.
Yeah.
So
well, it kind of you said something that kind of reminds me. Pallets don't go in the dumpsters.
Neither do mattresses. You see that?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
If you get the new big screen 94,000-inch TV, break the box down before you put it in there. Just don't shove it in the dumpster. But if it's too big to go in the dumpster, that's what the transfer station is for. Mm-hmm.
And don't lean something up against the dumpster.
Right.
Dumpster goes up, stuff falls down, dumpster comes down, sits on whatever was leaning there.
Yep.
And you can't get it out. And it looks horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're standing there to prevent that when the trash guy comes. Come on, people. A little common sense goes a long way.
Yeah.
Just think a little bit before you do these things.
You know what else is interesting, and I don't know how irritating it is for you. I know it's irritating for some people I know. People that use other people's dumpsters.
Well, quite honestly, if yours is full that happens to sit behind your house, you have that right to walk down the alley and put it in the next dumpster.
I'm talking about putting it in the back of the pickup truck and driving downtown and going down behind businesses in the alleys.
Yeah, that's kind of
and
frowned
loading
upon.
up the dumpsters with the stuff from your house.
Yeah, that's kind of frowned on.
Yeah.
Really, people, if you can go that far, there are roll-offs out by the fairgrounds for that privilege. Keep the area neat. There are signs on the gate. You make a mess out of this place, we'll just lock the gate, and you won't have this convenience anymore.
Yeah.
You can also haul it to the transfer station.
That's right. Because how much does it cost a individual, just not a business,
like
an
you or
individual,
me.
How much does it cost us to take stuff directly to the transfer station?
A little bit of gas and time.
And that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not going to charge you money. Now,
No.
A contractor there's a fee they have to pay when they're doing something like that.
Sure, they're called commercial. We are called residential.
Residential.
And we're very privileged with that because there's a lot of communities that do charge residential. If you go to the transfer station or their whatever they want to call it, you very well could get charged.
Yes.
So we are privileged. Take advantage of that. Clean up, people.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't want to be known as the filthiest city in the state of New Mexico.
Yeah. Well, we may already have that.
Well, it could be.
So,
but yeah,
but I see more and more, and I mean, I'm walking around, I'm picking up trash, and it never ends. That's what's so crazy about it.
It doesn't.
You'll walk down the block or the street, and you'll pick up a bunch of stuff, and then the next day you'll come back through and go, I just cleaned this
right
up.
There again.
Isn't
Yes,
it amazing.
And businesses that have trash cans or big receptacles, as in the dollar store down here.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. It's somebody's job to dump it. It is
You
not
saw
mine.
that this morning?
No, but it's always that way.
Yeah.
Just go out, put a new bag in it. Because that is your front door. All that trash around the curb area, and it makes your store look like a dump.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it appealing or attractive. And they have cute stuff. And when they remodeled it, it was very, very nice. But the front?
Yep.
Come on.
Yep. You pull up in front, and there's that overflowing garbage can.
And people are pigs. They buy oil, they change their oil, they leave the cans sitting there.
Yeah, that has
why,
happened.
Lord? Why? They're masks on the ground. You drop your mask, pick it up. It was on your face. Come on, really?
Yeah, that's right. And the thing is, I think they even have if you recycle, like if you change your own oil, you got the container full of oil, you can take that out to the transfer station.
Yes, they have places there for you to put your used oil.
That's right.
They also have a place for you to put your paint cans. If you have leftover paint, they do not belong in a dumpster. Now,
That's right.
If you have old cardboard and old carpet, you can put that paint on carpet or cardboard. When it dries, then you can throw it away.
Yep. But they
then
have a
it's
special
okay
spot for
to
the
throw
paint
it away.
cans.
Yes, out at the transfer station. And it's right in the front.
Yeah.
Because kids and I, last year, a year before, I don't even remember where we got the oil. I think we found some of those where you dump it, those big round things, and it was like, oh God, how are we going to pick this up and get it in the back of the truck, and it's going to make a mess and spill all over us. But we took them out there, and they showed us how to do it, and you open the lid to this thing, and you pour it in there, and you can leave the nasty container or go throw it on the floor of the transfer station or in the bays over there. They make it as easy as they possibly can for you to get rid of all this stuff. Take advantage of it. That's all we ask.
And it is interesting because a lot of times you have new people in town. They don't know any of this.
No.
And they don't take the time to necessarily find out. And so if you're new in the area and you don't know some things, you can call City Hall and say, hey, do y'all do this? Do y'all do that?
And you know what they say a lot of times?
What's that?
This is Linda's phone number. I've had people call me and say, I called the city and they gave me your number and said to call you. You would know.
Well, that's fine.
That is.
Yeah.
I've always said one of the things that I think would be real handy for the city to do in the water department, because most of the time, if you buy, rent, whatever, you're going to go there to get a water hookup. Give you a sheet of paper that gives you vital information.
Yeah.
One of them being on Monday night at 6:30, Navajo sets off an alarm. On the first Tuesday or the first Thursday, whatever, the city
test the
tests
sirens,
the sirens. On the Thursday at 10:30 in the morning, Navajo will test theirs. Give them this information so you know that whether hey, this is a tornado warning, I'm going to blow up, somebody is going to, whatever, so you don't panic.
Yeah.
Here's the transfer station at this address. This is how you get there. This is what you can take. Any fees. And I'm sure there's other things around town that could be on there that really are essential to knowing these things when you move into a new community.
Yeah.
And it just keep those copies. Here's with your new water meter, here's your bill, here's your address, and here is information that you may find helpful to you.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they've never thought of that. I think it would be a grand idea.
I'm wondering if it's on the website, and that could be where some of that information is. And so a lot of people that will check it out there. But still, having that sheet of paper.
If somebody hands it to you, you're more apt to look it up.
And then put a
read
QR code on it. And that way you can hit it with your phone, and it'll take you to where that information is on the website, too, if they want further information. So that's a good idea. You know, you were talking about that. I was reminded, you know, it used to be back in the day, the welcome wagon.
I
service,
remember that would go to your house and bring you goodies and tell you all this information and what organizations were available. And everything
Nowadays,
else.
if that happens, people get freaked out. You know, who is that weirdo at my front door?
Yeah, we've gotten paranoid a lot because of the media. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Well,
But it's true.
You know,
it's true.
bad things happened umpteen years ago.
Yeah.
They weren't on the news in 5 seconds to let everybody know that bad things happened.
Yeah.
And make a lot of people now live in the world of paranoia.
Yeah. Well,
You know?
yesterday we had Michael Redman on, and yesterday was the anniversary of the last escape of Billy the Kid, which happened on April 28th, 1881, you know, whatever the year was. That was the anniversary date. And
I would love to find a real photo.
Oh, gosh, you would be...
$3 million worth? Yeah, well...
At least. I'd start at 100. But in any case, you know, he kills 2 sheriff's deputies and escapes. And I asked Michael, I said, well, how quickly did news like this spread? Mm-hmm. And he said, oh, it would have been all over. And I said, yeah, but how quickly would it have been all over? I understand that they might have gone to a telegraph station and telegraphed the news out, but and that would get to different law enforcement folks. But then once it got to there, how would it get out to the general population that Billy the Kid's on the loose? You just said it. Today, it would be, you know...
5 seconds.
5 seconds, it'd be on the TV. They'd have the special graphics. They'd have a special theme. It'd be the crisis coverage wall to wall.
Interrupted news or program, you know, soap opera interrupted,
Right.
Make everybody mad because...
You got your social media posts and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And so compared to that, it would have taken a few days, but it definitely would have gotten out, you know, as people, you know, found out what happened, and then they rode down to Roswell, and then a couple of days later it would have, you know, started
Yeah,
spreading
even
around
if they
Roswell.
managed to finally get it in a little newspaper, town paper, you know, special edition or something, you know.
Yeah.
But,
So I mean, you know, it's different how information spreads around. So even though we've got all this technology and the reviews and all this other kind of stuff, going in to pay your water bill for the first time, or setting up your water account for the first time, or whatever, you know, here's an information sheet for you. It's on our website, but here it is in summary. And hopefully this answers all your questions about products and services and things in Artesia that would hopefully help you out.
Well, I just think it'd be a real good idea, and it's a real cheap resource for people, and they might appreciate it because, you know, I had a friend staying with me one time. She came up to visit, and Navajo siren went off in the middle of the night. Well, you're not going to sleep through that. Come on.
Yeah.
So she hollered at me from the other room, "Are you awake?" I said, "Oh, yeah." She says, "Can you tell me what's going on?" I said, "Well, we're either going to blow up or they're going to fix it. So go back to bed." You know, real calm like, "Yeah, well, you know, they got a leak or a pressure drop or something over there, and it'll be done in a minute. So don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
If it's serious, we'll hear them talking to us."
Yes.
So...
And then I'll get a call, and then I'll come down to the radio station, and then we'll be talking about it. So it's
but things like that.
Yeah.
Or what people need to know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So that's a good idea. Maybe.
I've been talking about
you're
it
on
for
the committee.
years.
You're on the committee now, so you're assigned to get it done.
Oh, I am on the committee. A committee of one. Is that what we're saying?
You came up with the idea, so you put it together.
I come up with some good ones once in a while, and they just kind of ignore it.
Yep, that's right. That's right. I came up with an idea for Debbie for the Guns and Hoses softball thing, and one of the reasons I came up with the idea is because it would not ever affect me.
Good plan.
But I would get to see other people have to, deal with my idea.
There you go.
So that's why I come up with those kinds of ideas. Mm-hmm. So good. The next date is the 28th of May.
Yes.
Can people start getting on the list?
Please, anytime you want to call me, 575-513-0143.
And you've got the one in May and then a couple in June.
Yes.
And then at the end of June, toward the end of June, is the e-waste.
17 and 18.
17 and 18 of June.
Yes, so if you have electronics sitting around, don't ask the Boy Scouts to haul them to the transfer station.
Set those aside.
Save them.
Yeah.
And we will accept them at the food court at the fairgrounds on those 2 days.
Yep, that's your e-waste event.
Yes,
so
and please take advantage of it because freight is going to cost me out the wazoo this year. It's staggering.
Yep, so please use it.
Yeah, because a half a trailer is going to cost me the same as if we got a full semi.
Mm-hmm.
So
let's do a full semi.
I would think so.
All
This
right.
is a good deal.
Linda, as always, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I have your pull-apart donut from McDonald's.
Oh,
I just didn't bring it up here yet,
well, that's okay.
so I'll need to go get it while this break is going on. Is that okay?
I think we can work this out.